Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Barnett. I'm with the Nolichucky District of the Sequoia Council. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today I wanted to talk with you about a couple different things. First, I have my objectives. So today we will be discussing, can you guys see that? The STEM Nova, which is a great supplemental awards that you guys can earn through scouting, but addition to what you're already doing in scouting. So it's really, really cool and really awesome that you have the opportunity to get even more awards. So we'll be discussing that. We'll be going over the Scouts BSA shoot portion of the STEM Nova. We'll be doing a marble run / a Rube Goldberg machine. So we'll be discussing what the Rube Goldberg is, who Rube Goldberg was, and the really cool things that you can do with that. So here are a few items that I found throughout my house that I thought would be fun to kind of put together a Rube Goldberg machine. So as I said earlier, this is something that we'll get in a little bit deeper a little later, but this is something that causes a reaction that then causes another reaction that then causes another reaction, similar to dominoes. So instead of just having dominoes and that be it, it's using dominoes, using different things. So I have Christmas wrapping paper that you can have a marble or whatever you'd like to roll down that to use. We have toilet paper rolls. We have cups that you can either roll on the ground to hit something else. You can have it try to land in here, and then from the landing it would knock over, maybe. So we'll play with a couple different items with that. And obviously this is something that it might not work on the first try, but that's all about what experiments are. You don't expect them to be exact and precise the very first time. So with me I have table tennis balls. Found that from a wiffle ball, I guess, a little mini one. A roll of tape. So you can use a roll of tape to roll and hit something. This can roll and hit something. Leveler, just to help with measurements. Kind of getting things level so you can create the right angle. This obviously is something that we can roll because it is a ball form. Tennis balls, rope to hang things with, bigger balls, as well as cones that I'm debating whether to cut off the top of it so then it could be used as kind of like a funnel. Skateboards are fun. Maybe the basketball could hit the skateboard to then collide into something else. This mallet could be strung up and then maybe hit with something to hit another thing. Anything with wheels. So you can use toys that you have around the house, different items like that. Kind of skipped over if you have any Legos or if any items that will actually rotate if they're hit with a marble or some sort of ping pong or whatever you have. Yoga mats. So yoga mats, similar to the wrapping paper, you can have something go down the center of that. And then this is something that you kind of make your own funnel. And then with the broom, my thought was that that could also be something that is knocked either by the basketball or something that then knocks over and hits something else. So kind of going to what the, let's see if I can get it, there we go. Kind of going back to Nova and what is Nova. So this is something within the Boy Scouts, as you can see. So you can learn more about the Nova program by going to scouting.org/STEM-Nova-Awards, and that will take you to this page, and I have clicked on the recognition tab of it, and that is something that you can kind of see that through the Nova award system you get a certificate. You also get the different patches. So this is something that you can wear on your uniform. This is for Cub Scouts with the light blue edge. This is for Scouts BSA with the red edge. And this is for venturing with the, it's kind of like a teal green corner and edge to it. So for the first portion of this, you will earn your patch depending on whatever part of scouting you are in, and then you want to go through the STEM portion of the Nova. So it doesn't matter what you start with, you can continue on to do even more within one area. So there's several different options within engineering, there's several different options within science, and so on. So you can decide which one you want to do. But from that, the second one that you get in a different area, you'll get this little pi symbol. And that is a pi pin that you put on the compass points of the patch. So you can go through, and once you complete all, all the STEM, so once you get the patch, that's your first one, then your compass points will be the next 3. So once you go through the 4 different ones, you get to, sorry about that, you get to go on to do a Supernova award. So as you can see, there are options for Cub Scouts, Scouts BSA, and Venturing and Sea Scouts. Now, as you can see, the highest award that anybody can earn, you have to be in Venturing or Sea Scouts, because that takes, kind of like the Eagle, it takes a lot of time and effort. And since, of course, these programs go up to age 21, you have more time to complete them. So this is something that is really cool to work towards. And again, it goes along with everything that you're already doing in scouting. So I wanted to go over with you just a few different things about how to become a counselor or a mentor. So they are 2 different things. So a Nova counselor can be most anybody as long as you're age 21 or older. And then this is something that you fill out a normal adult application, and for the code or wherever you have that position code, you put in 58. And then just like it says, make sure you always do your youth protection, and then you can complete the training. So just about anybody can be a Nova counselor. They have asked people who are wanting to be Nova counselors that they're not the counselor for their child unless they're a group of kids that are working on a Nova project. So just keep that in mind. And then Supernova mentors are a little bit more advanced just with their experiences. So maybe they have a degree in the STEM fields or work in the STEM fields and kind of can contribute in that way. So you can kind of see the process there of how to become one. And then also, if you're interested in STEM and want to see it come further within the council, you can become a STEM Nova chair, and that could be either within the district or the council. I'd love to see some more. So if there's anybody that is interested in that, I'd love to hear from you. So this is a great website that kind of shows you a lot of the good information that's needed in order to have your youth get the awards. So again, this is for Cub Scouts, Scouts BSA, Venturing Sea Scouts. So as you can see here, this page shows you the STEM different options that you have within those sections. So once you get one from each of those areas, then you can go on to earn your Supernova award, which is pretty cool. So here's what the chute requirements are. They're all kind of set up very similar to one another. So the first portion is always you either watch or read or do a combination of both that equals up to 3 hours. So this is something that they give you some options, some ideas that you can use Discovery Channel, National Geographic, you can use TED Talks. I really do love TED Talks. There's a lot of interesting information that you can learn from that, as well as reading different articles and different things of that nature. So they give you ideas of what magazines are good, that has a lot of good information specifically about these requirements that we're going to be doing. So that's kind of the first portion that is in every different requirement within the STEM Nova award system. Then the second portion always works towards a merit badge. So this one is complete one. There we go. This one is complete one of the following. And so, there we go. So you can choose from any of these. You know, some of the things that you could do right now while we're in kind of social distancing is game design. That's something you can do on the computer. Robotics, some of you might be able to do that if you have some of those options at home. Weather is something that we can definitely be doing right now. Sustainability, so there's a lot of options that you can do. So we're going to be working on section 5, part C, and this is designing and building a marble run and roller coaster, including empty spaces where marbles have to jump from one chute to the other. This is something that you want to discuss your design, data, and experiments with your counselor, even the successes and the failures. So that's something that I think is important when you're talking with STEM, is it's not always going to happen correctly each time you do it. So that is what an experiment's for. It's to see where those failure portions are in the design, or the flaws in the design, where you can fix that and make it even better. So as I had shown you earlier, we have a couple different objects that we're going to just be playing with. So as I said, we're going to be talking about Rube Goldberg and the machine, Rube Goldberg machines. So he was actually a inventor and cartoonist from 1883 to 1970, and he actually won the Pulitzer Prize for political cartoons. But what the Rube Goldberg machine is designing a complicated gadget to conduct something simple. So today we're going to be kind of going over that and having some fun. So excited that you all are here to join me. So here is what we've come up with a marble run / Rube Goldberg machine. So our end goal, as you can see, is to feed the cats, all by using one little marble. So here goes. We have been doing test runs, bits and pieces, but this is the first time all the way through. So cross your fingers. Oh man. So as you saw, video 1 did not go all the way through. So here is the second time attempt to go all the way through. Woohoo! That was awesome. So I think they enjoyed their food, maybe a little too much. So remember for every time you do the experiment, you need to collect the data. That includes the vertical angle between two parts of the chute and the horizontal distance between the two parts of the chute. So of course, this is our chute that we've been working on, specifically with the marble. And then also the experiment with different heights of the marble. So with this, we have moved this up and down or we'll move that up and down to see how that affects the velocity of the run itself again. So just making sure that you keep that data whenever you're doing your own. And the way you can do that is by having a handy tool of your measuring tape and measuring, I don't know if I can do this one-handed, but measuring the distance. What we did was measure the distance from the top here for us, and for me it was kind of the railing here, top of that to that, and so that gave us what that distance is between that and that. So when you found that distance and minus that distance, that gave you the distance of what that is vertically. Now horizontally, it's a little bit more in depth. That is something that you have to do your Pythagorean theorem. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So that will get you the vertical angle that's going on there. So as you can see, we have done one of the requirements for the Shoot Award of the STEM Nova. So I hope you had fun. Hope you had fun doing your own. So I challenge you to do your own marble run, and if you want, you can make it into a Rube Goldberg machine. And look it up. Look up more examples, because there's a lot of fun examples with lots of dominoes. I can tell you from today's experiment, dominoes can be challenging. They can fall when you don't want them to fall. So having to reset them took quite a while. And as you can see, we didn't have very many. And there's some videos out there that go through the whole house. So I hope you have fun with yours. I would love to see them, so if you could video them and send them my way, I'd love to see your examples of a marble run as well as a Rube Goldberg machine. So if you'd like to learn more, I will be posting a couple different websites that I also found were informative and good. There's also a site that has, something that you purchase, but it has a template for different things that you cut out, you print and you cut out and tape them in certain ways, and it can create a marble run with a spiral. It has different lines, different loops that you can do, like an actual upside down loop that your marble will be able to stay on and do that loop. I have done those before. They are a lot of fun. So I will give you that website just so you can maybe do that as well. So hope you have fun. Hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Nova, and I'd hope to see a lot more Nova awards going out in the Sequoia Council. So thanks so much. See you soon. So as I mentioned before, I wanted to give you a few websites that I thought were good. So the first one is the paperrollercoasters.com. That is the one where it is actually a paper roller coaster. So all you need are a few simple items. As you can see, these are the items that you'll need to have a lot of fun and joy. So paper, printer, scissors, marble, and tape in order to get this put together. But this is the one that I told you that it is for purchase. So the standard template is what I've used in the past, and it's $20. They also have other templates and things that you can use as well for bigger projects. So if you go down to the bottom, what I found really cool was they have a YouTube video on here, and I'll just play the first few seconds of it. But it is all made out of paper. It is all made out of tape. So it is really, really awesome. And as you can see, yes, all made out of paper and tape. So you can get the templates to do a lot of this fun stuff. And you can build it as high as you want. Here are a few other websites that I found informational and fun and interesting. So this is just plainly rubegoldberg.com. Oops. If I can get my paper to work. The next is very similar to that, Rube-Goldberg.com. And that kind of just gives the history of Rube Goldberg and what he did and kind of how it evolved into the Rube Goldberg machine. And then lastly, I know this is kind of long, but if you look up boyslife.org, and you could probably Google it just by putting in Rube Goldberg machines, but this is the exact website, and that will bring you to this. So this shows you kind of just some fun examples, how to get started. So kind of like what we had talked about at the beginning is identify a simple task that you want to achieve, make a plan, brainstorm, gather all the materials, and then piece it together. And then it gives you a lot of good examples of some Rube Goldberg machines that people have done in the past. So some of these are, of course, a little bit more advanced, but they're fun to watch. They're fun to learn about. So I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. I'd love to get you all to put up a link somewhere and share it so we can see what you have designed. So thanks so much for joining. I challenge you to learn more about Rube Goldberg machines, and I challenge you to build your own. Go through your house, go through your garage, go through your basement, whatever you have. Look for things that you might be able to use in regards to this. So it's a lot of fun. It's something that you get a lot of enjoyment out of as well. So did you happen to hear all the birds throughout the video? I hope you enjoyed it.